Part 10. We are going to continue with the lowest common multiple, and we will find the lowest common multiple of three numbers. You will find this on page 14 in the Namibia Mathematics Grade 8 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Let's look at example 8. Find the lowest common multiple of 27, 90 and 84. First, take 27 and break it up into the product of prime factors. Do the same with 90, do the same with 84. Try to arrange the numbers underneath each other. And now, what you're going to do is you are going to take all the different columns. It don't have to be complete. It can just be one in a column. Okay. And then basically, you're just going to write down the numbers. So it's 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, and 7. You take your calculator and you just multiply them. This is method 1. Let's look at method 2, making use of index notation. Now write that in index notation. 3 to the power 3, and then 2 times 3 to the power 2 times 5, and then 2 to the power 2 times 3 times 7. Now, don't forget, write down all the different bases. So there's 2s, 3s, 5s, as well as 7s, and write down the highest index. There's a 2 and a 1, I write the biggest. There's 3, 2, 1, I write the biggest. And 5 and 7. And I just multiply it out, and I get 3780. I want you to try to do number C. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, let's find the lowest common multiple of 54, 60, as well as 72. Step 1, break it in prime factors, the product of prime factors. Start with 2. It's ending on an even number, and I'll get 27. And now it's an odd number, but it's divisible by 3. Continue with 3. And continue until you have a 1. Do the same with 60. So 2, and it's 30. And then it's 2, and it's 15. And now it's divisible by 3, and it's 5. And 5, and it's 1. And then 72. We're going to go into 2, and that's 36. And then go into, and that's 18. Continue with 2, 9. Move on to 3, 3, 3, and 1. So basically, if I write it down, I can now go and say 54, 60, as well as 72. So let's write down all the prime factors, the product of prime factors. So it's 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Let's do 60. So 60 is 2 times 2 times 3, and it's times 5. Let's do 72. Oh, it's having a 2 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and another 3. Okay, let's try to see that columns. There's a column of 2s. There's a column of only 1, 2. There's a column of 2 2s. There's a column of 3. There's half a column of 3. There's another column of 3 and a column of 5. So I will say the lowest common multiple will be, let's just write it down. It will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. And if I multiply it out, I will get 1080. Okay. Let's try the other method, is if I write 54 in index notation. So that will be 2 times 3 to the power of 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same with 60. That will be 2 to the power of 2 times 3 times 5. And let's take 72. That will be 2, and it's 1, 2, 3 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 2. And now, let's try to write down the lowest common multiple. Write down all the different bases. So what will all the different? There are 2's, and there are 3's, and there are 5's. So all the different bases, and now the biggest exponent. There's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 3, but the biggest is 3. And there's a 1, a 2, and a 3, and the biggest will be 3. And 5 will only be 1. Take a calculator, say 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 5, and it will be an answer of 1080. 1080.